Moving halfway around the world in search of a better family life is a huge gamble. But if the price of your job is rarely seeing the people you love, is it a risk worth taking? With their future on the line, it's a choice that will push one family to their limit. The Stitts are desperate for a new life.
I just don't want, in 10 years' time, for my children to turn around and say, "Daddy, who are you?"
But it will come at a huge cost.
That's what we have to give up, and that to me is a huge, huge stumbling block.
And they will have to deal with some harsh realities.
It's really not my idea of living the Australian dream. I'm sorry.
With so much at stake, they face a week that could change their lives forever. With its British connections and sunny climate, Australia is the #1 destination for people leaving the UK in search of a new life. In fact, over 35,000 emigrate there every year. However, the grass isn't always greener, and nearly a third return to the UK. The Stitts will have to decide where they can face the reality of swapping their lives in Northern Ireland for a new start in Australia. It's 1 week that could change their entire future. It all starts with a gruelling 9,000 miles and 20 hours of flying to reach Perth. And the time to think over what they're taking on has brought out plenty of worries.
I'm just thinking, what if we don't like it? What are we going to do? Is our situation so bad that we have to leave Northern Ireland? Do we have to come to the other side of the world? Can we not do something else? Can we not just do what we're doing? Can I put up with it? I can't put up with it. No, I can't put up with it. I've just been up and down.
But there are some plus points to their week in Australia.
Nice to get to spend a bit of time together.
Yes, yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah, because we don't get a lot of that family time together, so that's an opportunity for us to be together and see how that works out.
As they set off for their week down under, it's a far cry from their life in Northern Ireland. In the UK, Eric, Corinne and daughters 9-year-old Jodie and Madison, age 5, live in Bangor. It's an area that gives them a lifestyle they all love.
Both Eric and I are born and bred in Northern Ireland, and we're very proud to be Northern Irish. We have a lot going on here.
We do love where we live. We live in a very nice area. We're so close to the school the kids go to. We've been able to provide the girls lots of opportunities for things.
So with such an idyllic home life, why do the Stitts want to give it up for Australia? It seems there's a problem that's tearing the family apart.
In a month, Eric would be away for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. He's home for the weekend and he would have 1 full day with us. And in that stage, everything is rushed into the full day, and then the next day Eric's away off to the airport and away to work. And it could be for another 2 weeks.
This day-to-day absence from Eric is taking its toll on all of them.
He has missed out over the years on those things where really, you know, he should be there, and he does feel it.
It can be very hard trying to explain to a 5-year-old that no, daddy has to go to work. You have to keep a roof over your heads. Okay, you got a kiss for daddy? I'll give daddy a kiss.
Eric runs his own business designing pipe systems for oil and gas rigs. Working all over Europe and offshore means he can't take his family with him.
I just don't want, in 10 years' time, for my children to turn around and say, "Daddy, who are you? Where have you been?" Alright, you behave yourself now for your mummy.
Okay.
It's vitally important that we do get our lives sorted out and get to spend the time together as a family that we need to.
I'm trying.
You're alright.
Okay. Let's see you. Take care.
Corinne does feel it hard sometimes. She has to be here 24/7 for the girls. Everything is on her shoulders. She says she feels like she's a single parent. it's not easy for her, and I do appreciate that.
The Stitts are looking to Australia to give them their dream of a normal family life. They hope its booming oil industry will mean Eric can find a job that allows him to be at home a lot more.
We're just hoping for a lifestyle that's you work to live, you don't live to work.
And the girls can see the benefits.
We would like to go to Australia, wouldn't we? Yeah.
It'd be fun to spend some time with Dad and everything.
And he'll help us with our homework.
But if the Stitts do move down under, they're all too aware how much they stand to lose.
We are quite close family. It's very daunting, I suppose, sometimes just to think that you're going to be the other side of the world, that you're not going to be there when they need you. It's not that easy to get back to see them.
It's a difficult decision that's leaving them torn. There's so much at stake, but Corinne can't bear things as they are.
I just sort of have to think outside the box now. I sort of think I love Northern Ireland, but it just doesn't provide for us as a family what we need. And I think if we didn't take this opportunity to go and see what Australia's about and didn't do it for the children, we would regret it.
It's a heart-wrenching dilemma. Eric and Corinne are happy in their home, but are simply unable to spend time together. And if Australia can't give them an answer, it will mean giving up hope of the life they want. This week down under really will make them face their toughest choice ever. The Stitts want to find out if Perth in Western Australia could be the right location for a new start. With its booming oil and gas industries, it should offer good work opportunities for Eric. And its year-round warm climate should also give the family a chance to spend some quality time together. Their base for the week is just south of the city.
Isn't this lovely?
Yeah, this is really, really lovely.
So I'm going to pick bedrooms?
This three-bedroom cottage is only 5 minutes from the beach and has plenty of space. It should give them a good taste of what Australian life can offer.
Everything's here that we need. It's really nice and it's clean and it's modern with that sort of shabby chicy twist to it, and it's all completely different from what we have at home, which is nice as well, to just sort of stay in something that's just not what you're used to. I think it's nice.
Corinne and Eric are well aware of how big a deal the next 7 days will be.
I really want it to go well, for us to be a really positive experience for us.
Otherwise, we're going to be down the road in another 10 years' time and just wonder what we've done with ourselves. A lot really does ride on it.
Although they're looking for a future in Australia, falling for life here could have huge repercussions.
I worry that if I really, really do like it, that people at home are going to be a bit...
There's a sense of guilt.
There's a wee sense of that in my head, that there's going to be a lot of sad faces. I don't know whether they really have realised that this is a serious decision for us. This is, if we like this, we're coming out here. We're not hanging about.
Actually being here now brings home to you just maybe how big a decision it would be to make the move.
Key to the Stitts making the move is finding a house that offers them all they want in Aussie living. With recent years bringing big changes in house prices and exchange rates, finding that dream home could be a tall order. Back in the UK, the Stitts live in a 3-bedroom house in Bangor, Northern Ireland. They've got plenty of ideas about what an Australian house needs to deliver.
The right sort of property would be very important.
My dream property in Australia would be a pretty big house in the middle of nowhere.
We'd be looking for somewhere with 5 bedrooms, give us a possibility to have friends and family.
Probably room for stables.
It has to have a swimming pool for the girls.
And just somewhere where we can just spread out and just enjoy and being outdoors and just having room around us.
That sounds great, but it won't come cheap. The Stitts have a budget of around £300,000 if they can get the right price for their house. Today we're going to give them a taste of the Perth property market. We'll show them 3 options based upon what they want from their ideal home, what they can afford, and the real price of houses down under. After seeing firsthand what's on offer, we'll reveal to the family just how much each house costs. However, prices in Perth are the most expensive in Western Australia. Can their wallets keep up with their dreams? Property 1 is in the Byford area, 20 miles due south of Perth. Although a long way inland, it's popular with young families and is probably the best value for money area in Perth. So what will they make of this 3-bedroom house and its price?
Looks like a box with windows.
It's going to be quite close to neighbours.
Yeah, you're close to the neighbours. It looks like it's been squeezed on to a small site from the front.
Not a winning start. Perhaps it's best to move inside.
Oh. Straight in the living room. You're that smaller, I would have thought.
No, I don't like this at all.
You're not keen on coming straight in off the door?
No, I don't like walking straight in from the front into a living area. I think it wouldn't be used. It would be a glorified hall for me.
I guess a house without a hallway was never on their wish list. What about the main living space?
If this is the main area and that's your living room, it's small. I would feel that I would be sitting in my kitchen all the time. It's really not what I would come out here for.
If the house is too small, can the garden change their opinion?
That's all there is. I know we don't have a big back garden at home, but this is even smaller. It's just not practical at all. Not for having kids. Where are you going to play?
What are they going to do? Out here, go around in a circle on their bikes?
No, that's not working for me at all.
No.
That's a real big letdown.
This house has failed on all fronts, but they still don't know the price. If it costs anywhere near their budget, would it really be worth giving up life in the UK for? So, what's the price?
£250,000 sterling.
That's a blow. Their budget is between £250,000 and £300,000.
That is a lot of money for what you're getting. Definitely think you get a lot more for your money back home.
Yeah, there needs to be a wee bit of reality on that, because this house is not worth £250,000 of anybody's money. It's a big letdown for me.
Yeah.
Serious letdown.
That bodes badly for the Stitts. If this property isn't worth considering, will the right house be beyond their means? Hopefully, Property 2 can restore their faith in Australian houses. Set in the Baldivis area, it's only a couple of miles from some of the best beaches in the region. And being a small town, it also means shops and restaurants are close by. With 4 bedrooms and 2 lounges, hopefully this house will be more up their street.
You see, this is a hall.
It's a better start, but what will they make of the Australian style living area?
Yeah, this is better.
Oh, this is a nice feel about it.
Yeah,
it's open plan, but it works a lot better than that.
Yeah, no, it's a bigger area. Definitely do not feel it as hemmed in this house as we did in the other.
This is only the second house, and the Stitts seem to have found something they like. Will the garden keep them happy?
Oh, it's like... I'll put my head out. That's like a peace wall.
It's a wee bit.
The house is nice. This here is a big no. I couldn't. No way. No way. I have to be honest with you. No way. That is like a prison boundary. I can't cope with that. I couldn't look out at that.
It's a wee bit industrial, isn't it?
It's an industrial site with houses on it.
You see the extent of it.
It goes for I don't know how far. It reminds me of a particular place at home, and I just couldn't cope with it looking at that. Sorry, it's not. No way.
You are closed.
It's not my dream. It's really not my idea of living the Australian dream. It's not, doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. Couple go.
It may seem like an extreme reaction, but it's a painful reminder of something they're trying to leave behind.
It reminds us both of a boundary wall in Belfast called the Peace Wall, which separates two communities in Belfast.
It's there to keep people apart.
It doesn't affect Eric and I or where we live, but it is a symbol of something that we have been affected by over the years. I'm not coming to Western Australia to look at that or be reminded of it. Thanks very much.
No.
I'm sure Corinne won't be too concerned about the price of this property, but could they afford it anyway? Leaving the garden aside, it is a house they all liked.
315,000. It's probably overvalued at 315,000.
Well, based on comparing it to what you're
Comparing
going
it
to get
to what
back
I would
in
get at
Northern
home, yeah. But I certainly would not pay it
It's
for
not getting
here.
what you're looking for.
No.
As if the reminder wasn't enough, it's at the top of their budget. If this kind of house is the best they can buy, will Eric and Corinne have to rethink their future? Everything rests on the last house. The third property is set in the mysterious-sounding Secret Harbour area. It's only a few minutes' walk from the beach and close to the countryside. The downside is that it's nearly 40 miles south of Perth. It should mean the Stits get more for their money, but at the price of a long commute for Eric. But after 2 disappointments, there's a lot at stake.
This is nice.
That's nice. Lots of kiddies about as well.
Yeah.
You have friends to play with.
Nice mixture of houses as well, but a lot more green to the front. Phew.
It's a promising start. Can the inside also deliver?
This is really... It's one game. This is lovely.
Yeah, this is nice. Which way do we go?
For Daddy?
Go this way?
Yes.
Go this way.
Master bedroom. I
Yeah.
think. Oh, that's lovely.
No, it's
That's
beautiful.
really nice. The decor as well is really nice.
And that looks like an ensuite. Oh, wow. That's bigger than our bathroom at home.
Probably, yes.
This house certainly seems to have picked up Corinne and Eric's spirits.
Wow. I like this.
Wow factor
Yeah,
there.
this is what I'm talking about.
And there's even a bonus room that should appeal to Eric.
Oh.
Big.
This is the cinema room you're talking about?
Yes.
Does this make you happy?
Yes.
It makes them happy.
This is like being at the movies, isn't it? Imagine having this in your own house.
Mommy, are you going to get this house? Rosie is going to get it.
Well, it ticks quite a lot of my
We're
boxes.
ticking all the boxes so far.
Madison seems to have made up her mind about this house, but Corinne has spotted something in the garden.
You're here, you're looking at your TV, your living area, and what else are you looking at?
Oh, wow. What can you see out there, girls?
What is it?
You're separate.
A pool.
This house seems to be the one. In fact, Corinne can already see themselves at home here.
What did you do?
Yeah, can you see yourself coming home on a Friday, coming down that freeway, and coming home and getting the shorts on, and getting a beer out, and or not? No.
Yeah,
Does that work for you?
that works for me.
Yeah, works for me too. I'll probably be in it before you get home.
Yeah. Take you for a dip.
No tears this time. Quite happy.
Everyone might be happy, but they've yet to find out the price. Property 3 has got the Australian dream back on track, but could the cost bring it all to a juddering halt?
400.
Approximately 400,000.
Yep. I think the finish, the detail, the swimming pool, that all adds up.
They found the ideal house, but it's well over budget. Surely the Stitts are going to have to settle for a lot less in Australia.
We'll have to see what I can expect, obviously, to earn.
Yeah. It would have to take a house like this, or similar standard, for us to make the move.
It's been an emotional day. The first house was not one they would ever dream of giving up the UK for. The second left Corin distraught and dismayed with Australian houses. However, the third home lived up to their dreams, but would mean Eric having to earn a lot more than his current salary. So which way will they vote on houses in Australia?
Based on the houses we've looked at today and what we think we can get, our decision is Australia!
Depending on the wages and job opportunities and that, but if it's achievable, then potential's there that, yeah, I would vote for Australia.
Yep.
It's a great result for Eric and Corin's dream, but there are still plenty of unanswered questions. A vote for property in Perth is a great start, even if it comes at a high price. But it's spending time as a family that's driving Eric and Corin's decision. And if Perth can't give them the lifestyle that they all want, then their dream could be for nothing. So we've arranged for them to spend the day with Aaron, Lara and their 2 children. Aaron is taking them for a spin on the water. As a marine engineer, Eric has a real passion for boats, and although it doesn't come cheap, he hopes joining a boat club will be a good way to meet other families.
This is Jodie, and this is Madison.
Hello, nice to meet you. Beautiful, well, let's fire up and let's get going.
I'm like a kid in a toy shop.
It's proving a great way to see what Australian life can offer, and when they drop anchor, Eric and Corin have lots of questions.
So what about the social aspect then of being in the boating community and the sailing club?
It very much adds to the enjoyment of boating. The sailing club atmosphere is great. Awesome grounds for the kids. The restaurant's beautiful. It's a lovely place just to be and be down there.
Yeah, it's so good just to see Julie and Madison actually be content now and they're happy and playing. It's our big fear, obviously. It's bringing the kids over something
they'll
new.
be fine. Kids are so adaptable.
Also, you know, for us, it's important that we can mix and meet people.
We will.
You know,
everybody's very warm here.
Yeah.
I moved over here from Africa, from Zimbabwe. You do miss your family at first, but you build new relationships, and obviously, you know, you become very close to your friends. When you don't have your family around you, you become very close to your friends.
It is important that you meet people and you can sort of have
to develop that support network in a way as well.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly seems to have taken some weight off Eric's shoulders.
Keep your feet up.
No,
Go on.
Eric.
Woo, I'm flying.
And as they head back, Corin is noticing the effects on the children.
Today, Jodie's come out of her shell. She's really starting to enjoy it and see what sort of lifestyle that she could probably be part of and enjoy.
As they come to the end of the day, it's also dawning on Eric what he'd be leaving behind.
We've had a really, really amazing, positive day today, but in a way it does reinforce too the sacrifice that we're going to have to make, the fact that we're going to have to leave loved ones behind. We're not going to be able just to go and see them whenever we want, and yeah, you can't get away from it.
The boat trip has proved a success, but has made the Stitts realise what they'd be giving up. Will they vote for the lifestyle in Oz, or will the tug of loved ones push them towards the UK?
Aaron, Laura and their children have all made us feel really, really welcome.
It's helped Eric and I realise that the kids would have no problems in Australia, meeting other kids and making friends and just enjoying the lifestyle. So our vote goes to
Australia!
Another unanimous vote for Australia. The Stits are one step closer to deciding their future. With the family sold on Perth's lifestyle, that's another great result for the Stits' dream. Everything now depends on Eric finding a job that offers both the salary and the work-life balance he came to Australia looking for. Back home in Northern Ireland, Eric runs his own company, designing pipework for the oil and gas industry, and earns £75,000 a year.
We do have a comfortable standard of living, but it's a part. It's the cost of what that lifestyle comes at the minute.
The problem is that Eric is away from home for up to 3 weeks at a time. So we've arranged for Eric to meet a specialist recruitment consultant for the oil and gas industry. Having built up his business over 5 years, Eric knows he'd be taking a huge gamble giving it all up.
I do have reservations about leaving the job that I have in the UK at present. Things have been going very, very well for me. I enjoy the work. So yeah, I'm worried about possibly leaving that behind, taking the plunge for pastures new.
There's a lot riding on Eric's interview, and while he prepares, Corinne's giving the girls a taste of Aussie life.
Thank you.
I'm Suzanne.
Hi, I'm Corinne.
Corinne.
Yeah. This is Jodie and Madison.
How are you going, guys?
Good.
Yeah. Looking forward to having a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Jodie has begun horse riding lessons in the UK, being able to ride in Australia is a must. And the girls don't waste any time getting into the saddle.
Walk on. Ah!
Back in the city, recruitment manager Andre Sarpe has been poring over Eric's CV.
The positive thing is because of the industry where it is, it's at a massive growth stage, so it's the right time for anybody to come into the industry if they're ever going to have a chance of coming into the industry. Both onshore and offshore, there is a lot of work. So
yeah, it's reassuring to hear that.
Fantastic.
As the opportunities do exist.
Definitely, the opportunities are boundless, and I think the skills that you've already got and the packages that you've been working with are very transferable to the market here.
That's exactly what Eric wanted to hear. At the stables, Corinne's time alone with the girls is reminding her why their life needs to change.
Eric misses out on a lot of the kids' day-to-day activities, and when he does come home from work, he feels absolutely wrecked. But at the end of the day, it's not an option. When you've got 2 young kids, you have to get up and get out there, and that's when we feel the pressure. We pack everything into the short time that he is home. And then the routine starts again, and that's when the upset starts, when Eric heads off again. You know, and you just think you're putting your kids through that all the time. I find it hard. I find it really difficult. I find it difficult. I find emotionally sometimes I'm wrecked. I feel so much for the kids. I just really do feel for them, and I just think I have to put them first. It sounds silly, but I have to really be a big girl about things now, and my kids have to come first. My family have to come first. And I can't really cope much longer with the upset that it causes them.
It's this upset that has pushed them to consider emigrating to the other side of the world. However, the move will be pointless if Eric has to work away from home.
Most of the work is done office-based in Perth,
Yeah.
and most of the companies do have facilities in the CBD, so there's infrequent travel to offshore and maybe onshore sites as well, but definitely 95% of the work is done in the CBD, so it is a more family-friendly compared to a lot of other places.
The CBD is Perth's central business district. Set in the heart of the city, a job here would mean Eric and his family could finally lead the normal life they dream of.
To get an opportunity to work in the CBD and the same city, the same country as where my wife and children are.
And you get to go home every night?
I get to go home every night. It would be fantastic.
That just leaves one big question.
Based on the contract rules, what would you ballpark figure would you see salary potential?
The salary ranges can start anywhere between 180 up into the vicinities of the 300,000 for the senior roles and the lead roles.
Yeah, just trying to do the sums in my head there, but I think that compares really favourably. Certainly what the news I wanted to hear.
Fantastic.
I think those figures will go down well with my wife as well.
I'm sure they will.
Even the lowest possible salary is £113,000, 38,000 more than Eric currently earns. Suddenly, a future where he can be part of the family is looking possible. I wonder how he'll vote on work in the UK versus Australia.
Today's went really positive, heard all I needed to hear, probably a little bit more. Based on all I've been able to find out today, my vote goes to Australia. Hi everybody.
Back at the house, Corin is keen to know what Eric has found out.
So where would you be located? Would you have to do any offshore work?
Well, it's all based in the CBD. All those big tall new buildings that you're looking at in the centre of Perth, a lot of them are all the major oil companies. It's all based Perth-based CBD.
That's what you want, isn't it?
So you're not having to worry about looking.
Isn't that good? Do you like that? Do you like that medicine? Daddy working in a job that you'd be home every night? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I haven't told you what the salary was yet.
Well, tell me.
He reckons he doesn't see why you couldn't be looking at 250,000, 300,000 Australian dollars.
What?
And that's before you start even moving into management. Seriously?
I don't believe you.
Seriously?
What do you think about that then?
Yeah, when can I start?
Can you do overtime?
Yeah.
Can you work weekends? Do they let you do 7 to 7?
I don't think I do weekends over
Okay,
here.
that's something you need to find out. We're okay. We'll amuse ourselves.
The news about Eric's potential salary is very welcome, but even with strong prospects, affording the house and the lifestyle they want could all hinge on getting a good price for their UK home. Corin and Eric's house has been on the market for 12 months at £180,000. If they can't get a decent price, they're thinking of renting it out and getting a bigger mortgage in Australia. We sent round to estate agents to get their opinion.
Okay, let's see what they say. Okay, the living room's been nicely decorated, natural colours, which most people are looking for. An attractive fireplace with slate tiling and reclaimed brick with oak mantle.
I built that.
Beautifully done. The kitchen's modern and most buyers are looking for natural wood kitchens. Nicely done and most people should be impressed.
Oh, very good.
That's good.
That's nice.
This is a well-proportioned bedroom, certainly capable of taking a double bed. Obviously a little girl's room, but certainly shouldn't affect the value.
Oh, here's your room, Madison?
Well, this is obviously used as a third bedroom. It is quite a small room. It might be best utilised as a study or a nursery.
But you can get a single bed, and there's a huge cupboard, storage cupboard there as well, so it's not small.
In today's market, I would value this house at £160,000, and for a quick sale, £150,000, and for a rental, somewhere in the region of £650 per month.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would expect, under current market conditions, that the property should achieve a figure in the region of £165,000. In terms of rental value, I would expect it to achieve between £600 and £650 per calendar month.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's exactly what
we sort of thought.
Yeah.
Maybe actually a wee bit more on the sale of the house. Although I still think the idea of renting it is good.
Yeah, no, rental, definitely.
And see how nice the house can look, girls, when it's tidied.
My bedroom's
Do
tidy.
you promise to keep it that tidy when you go home?
Yeah, she does.
I'm going to mess my teddies up and I'm going to put my teddies everywhere.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
No big surprises there, it seems, but what will the cost of living reveal? We've prepared a comparison of prices in Australia compared to those in the UK. Can they actually afford to live the lifestyle they want, or will the cost of living down under be too much to handle?
This is weekly.
Some eggs are a good bit more expensive. So's bread.
That's £49. It's actually going up 20%.
So at home our mortgage payments are coming out at £673. So that's obviously an increase. £12 a month. Just over slightly doubled. The cost of living is basically slightly more than doubled what it would be in the UK.
That's a massive difference. Can Eric's higher salary make up for this hole in their finances?
Right, so looking at the figures, in the UK we can get £80,000 a year.
Yeah.
In Australia, going in at the mid-range, you're looking at £110,000 a year, with the potential to go up another 10, 15,000 if you're looking towards the higher end of the income range. So right away, you are £30,000 a year better off here. We can achieve the dream of being together as a family, and financially we're not going to suffer. We can have our cake and eat it, in a way.
Gosh, that's good.
I'm just really, really excited now. That's making me so happy. It's better than what we possibly thought.
Have the Stitts worked out a way to get their dream life? How will they vote on living costs?
Taking into consideration the salary that Eric would earn in Australia against the salary in the UK and also the cost of living, our vote goes to
Australia!
With a big leap in their possible incomes, the figures look too good to be true for Eric and Corinne. But there's one final cost they have yet to face: the pain of leaving loved ones behind. Hearing messages from family and friends can be very emotional, and Jodie has decided against watching them. Eric and Corinne are happy for Madison to join them to see how she feels.
That's it everyone has to say about us back home.
Hi, Eric and Corinne. Jodie and Madison.
About a year and a half ago, they came to see us one night, and they happened to say that they were thinking of going to Australia. And how did we feel about it? Well, we were shocked, but we understood the situation, we understood how they felt.
We'll miss sometimes having to go to school to collect the kids, bring them home, just doing different things in general with them.
It'll be different that a family member lives over there so close to you, but if it helps their family life and better them, it'll be good for them, you know.
I will feel very emotional about it. It did affect me. Sometimes I try not to show it. But it does.
If they do go, and if they stay, I know we've always said we would never fly, but we will try to go to see them. But God willing, they'll come back to see us. We'll keep in touch as best we can.
You know there'll always be a big place for you here in Northern Ireland, but it's very much up to you to decide where suits your family situation best at the minute.
You'll give it your very best, and I just think that all the best, son.
Think about it, taking weighs the pros and cons of what you have in Australia and what you have here at home, and weigh out the difference and make the right decision, both of yous. We love yous. God bless.
Brings it home to be a bit more sitting here saying that, I suppose.
Okay, it does. At the end of the day, they understand that our quality of life just isn't there.
Exactly.
And
You know that.
that's the compromise. We're okay financially here. We're okay with the lifestyle. That's our compromise. That's what we have to give up, and that to me is a huge stumbling block.
It's emotional. There's no doubt about it.
Seeing their loved ones has brought home how painful the move would be. If it's a loss that's too much to bear, will they give up their dream of Australia?
You can see the emotions. You can see how people feel, and it's a significant sacrifice.
You are walking away from your life, your established life, everything that you know, everything that's familiar to you, and there is a risk involved in that.
We have to weigh up the pros and cons. Obviously on the minus side is the sacrifice of leaving people behind, but the plus side is the opportunities and lifestyle that can offer Jodie and Madison.
It's the end of an emotional week for the Stits. They've had a taste of their ideal lifestyle, seen a downside to the dream home, and found a path that could lead to a better future. Now it's time for them to make their final crucial vote. Will the promise of a new life be enough to overcome the pull of home and loved ones?
It started off, we weren't too sure how we would fit in with the Australian life, but all in all, we as a family have enjoyed our experience here in Perth.
It's been a positive experience. I think we all can see that the dream is more of a possibility now. Our vote goes to Australia!
And you're happy enough with your decision?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just reinforced what we were thinking before we came.
I think I can make it work for us.
Yeah. I think we'll go work together. You want this tea? You get one?
No.
After an experience to remember, the Stitt family have decided that Australia can offer them the life they've been searching for, and they're hoping it's just the beginning of their next journey.
Rescuing those houses that have been left and breathing new life into them with a renovation. Today's mammoth job is a church on Britain's empty homes at 11:45. While there's an old lockkeeper's cottage right on the canal up for grabs. On Homes Under the Hammer, next.
Moving halfway around the world in search of a better family life is a huge gamble. But if the price of your job is rarely seeing the people you love, is it a risk worth taking? With their future on the line, it's a choice that will push one family to their limit. The Stits are desperate for a new life.
I just don't want in 10 years' time for my children to turn around and say, Daddy, who are you?
But it will come at a huge cost.
That's what we have to give up, and that to me is a huge stumbling block.
And they will have to deal with some harsh realities.
It's really not my idea of living the Australian dream. I'm sorry.
With so much at stake, they face a week that could change their lives forever. With its British connections and sunny climate, Australia is the #1 destination for people leaving the UK in search of a new life. In fact, over 35,000 emigrate there every year. However, the grass isn't always greener, and nearly a third return to the UK. The Stits will have to decide whether they can face the reality of swapping their lives in Northern Ireland for a new start in Australia. It's 1 week that could change their entire future. It all starts with a gruelling 9,000 miles and 20 hours of flying to reach Perth. And the time to think over what they're taking on has brought out plenty of worries.
I'm just thinking, what if we don't like it? What are we going to do? Is our situation so bad that we have to leave Northern Ireland? Do we have to come to the other side of the world? Can we not do something else? Can we not just do what we're doing? Can I put up with it? I can't put up with it. No, I can't put up with it. I've just been up and down.
But there are some plus points to their week in Australia.
Nice to get to spend a bit of time together.
Yes, yeah.
As a family.
Yeah, because we don't get a lot of that family time together, so that's an opportunity for us to be together and see how that works out.
As they set off for their week down under, it's a far cry from their life in Northern Ireland. In the UK, Eric, Corinne and daughters 9-year-old Jodie and Madison, age 5, live in Bangor. It's an area that gives them a lifestyle they all love.
Both Eric and I are born and bred in Northern Ireland, and we're very proud to be Northern Irish. We have a lot going on here.
We do love where we live. We live in a very nice area. We're so close to the school the kids go to. We've been able to provide the girls lots of opportunities for things.
So with such an idyllic home life, why do the Stits want to give it up for Australia? It seems there's a problem that's tearing the family apart.
In a month, Eric would be away for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. He's home for the weekend and he would have 1 full day with us. And in that stage, everything is rushed into the full day, and then the next day Eric's away off to the airport and away to work, and it could be for another 2 weeks.
This day-to-day absence from Eric is taking its toll on all of them.
He has missed out over the years on those things where really, you know, he should be there, and he does feel it.
It can be very hard trying to explain to a 5-year-old that no, daddy has to go to work. You have to keep a roof over your heads. Okay, you got a kiss for daddy? I'll give daddy a kiss.
Eric runs his own business designing pipe systems for oil and gas rigs, working all over